Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining us. Normally, you would be rereading a book with us, but today that is not going to occur.
No, today Nate and I wanted to address some things that need addressing, as most of the country is. First and foremost, if you're out there protesting, our thoughts are with you. Stay safe, stay hydrated, and keep doing what you're doing. But right now, America is quite divided due to the absolute brutality of our law enforcement agencies. And so today we're going to spend some time honoring the victims of such brutality and needless violence in this country.
Of course, there are more than we would have any time to name, countless. So we've got a list that we're going to read from. Hopefully we'll cover as many as we can. We'll follow up with some places you can go to donate and offer help.
Offer your aid in whatever you can, because we all need to, at this point, stand united and not accept this as the norm anymore. It's not okay. And so, with that, we will begin with the names.
Yeah.
Eric Gardner.
John Crawford III.
Michael Brown.
Ezell Ford.
Dante Parker.
Michelle Cousseau.
Laquan McDonald.
Tanisha Anderson.
Akai Gurley.
Tamir Rice.
Rumaine Brisbane.
Jeremy Reed.
George Mann.
Matthew Ajabadi.
Frank Smart.
Natasha McKenna.
Tony Robinson.
Anthony Hill.
Maya Hall.
Philip White.
Eric Harris.
Walter Scott.
William Chapman II.
Alexia Christian.
Brendan Glenn.
Victor Manuel La Rosa.
Jonathan Sanders.
Freddie Blue.
Joseph Mann.
Salvato Ellswood.
Sandra Bland.
Albert Joseph Davis.
Darius Stewart.
Billy Ray Davis.
Samuel Du Bois.
Michael Sabi.
Brian Keith Day.
Christian Taylor.
Troy Robinson.
Ashams Farrow Manley.
Felix Kumi.
Keith Harrison McLeod.
Junior Prosper.
Lamontez Jones.
Patterson Brown.
Dominic Hutchinson.
Anthony Ashford.
Alonzo Smith.
Tyree Crawford.
India Kager.
Levante Briggs.
Michael Lee Marshall.
Jamar Clark.
Richard Perkins.
Nathaniel Harris Pickett.
Benny Lee Tigner.
Miguel Espinal.
Michael Noel.
Kevin Matthews.
Betty Jones.
Quintonio Legear.
Keith Childress Jr.
Janet Wilson.
Randy Nelson.
Antroni Scott.
Wendell Celestine.
David Joseph.
Kaylin Roquemore.
Deshaun Perkins.
Christopher Davis.
Marco Loud.
Peter Gaines.
Tori Robinson.
Darius Robinson.
Kevin Hicks.
Mary Truccio.
DeMarcus Seamer.
Willie Tillman.
Terrell Thomas.
Sylville Smith.
Alton Sterling.
Philando Castile.
Terrence Crutcher.
Paul O'Neill.
Altaira Woods.
Jordan Edwards.
Aaron Bailey.
Ronell Foster.
Stephen Clark.
Antoine Rose II.
Botham Jean.
Pamela Turner.
Dominique Clayton.
Tatiana Jefferson.
Christopher Whitfield.
Christopher McCorvey.
Eric Reason.
Michael Lorenzo Dean.
Brianna Taylor.
And of course that brings us to our list. George Floyd. George Perry Floyd, who, as you know, recently was killed murdered
Murdered.
in Fayetteville, North Carolina. That's where he was born, was Fayetteville, North Carolina. But he was murdered by the police officer in the Minneapolis Police Department. Our thoughts currently are out to everyone who's affected by this, which is a majority of the planet at the moment.
Yeah, if you have any sense in your heart of any goodness, you should be aiding and helping. This was needless. This was murder, and it's not the only time it's happened. We just listed a mere fraction of the names that could be listed in this list, and
go on and on.
That's not okay. That's become the norm, and we all need to do what we can to say it is not okay and put an end to it. And so, protest. If you can protest peacefully, if you can donate. If you can
speak up against
aid
racism
when you
some
see
way.
it, absolutely.
Yeah, even that is helping at the moment.
White males, Nate and I absolutely recognize that it is when we've all failed collectively. We've failed to stop racism when we see it, and we need to be better. We need to be better at that as a people, because this isn't their struggle versus our struggle. This is our struggle, all of us. They are people. There is no difference. There is no.
And so, the fact that they've they've always been treated this way it's inhumane. It's fucked up, man. So it needs to stop. And so, even if it's just speaking out, do what you can. We understand not everyone can donate or give, but you can offer your support. You can, like we said, speak out against this kind of behavior. And we'll provide links as we can to places you can donate.
Right.
Black Lives Matter. Donate directly to the movement. I believe the NAACP Legal Defense Fund is taking donations for things. There's the various bail projects, donations to get the protesters who are undeservedly placed under arrest for peaceful protests. And it's crazy.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg of the nonsense that's occurring in this country currently. And so we all need to do what we can. And what small platform Nate and I have, we felt compelled to absolutely spend some time in addressing this, because we stand with Black Lives Matter, and we always will. And you should as well. We all need to speak up. It shouldn't be a question.
The fact that this is 2020 and this is still a problem at all, let alone how fucking huge of a problem it is.
It is mind-boggling.
It's insanity. It's fucking insane that people still act and behave in that way. The police, the brutality that they're using currently, and that black people have been experiencing for hundreds and hundreds of years in general, but especially at the moment, the way it's climaxed at this point.
Right. If you have anything to say other than Black Lives Matter, please stop listening to our podcast and feel free to fuck the fuck off. You're not wanted here.
Yeah, that's insane.
Because that is denying basic human rights, and that's fucking ridiculous. So we read about these things in books to entertain us, in history books to educate us, but we clearly haven't been educated. And so this is what we need to do to bring about change, and we all need to contribute. So find a way, whatever small or large way you can contribute, and do it, because we all need to do better and help our fellow human beings, our brothers and sisters, our doctors, our nurses, our teachers, our mothers, our fathers, our innocent people who are being killed systematically on the streets.
An innocent man was held down by his neck for 8 minutes and 46 seconds who did nothing wrong. Just because. It's fucking insane, and it needs to stop.
And we can keep doing what we're doing to try to make it stop. So lend your voice to this international outcry, because the world over sees that this is wrong and needs to stop. And so, I mean, it's pretty fucking arrogant to think that the whole world is wrong and your way of thinking is right. So there's something in that. But that's pretty much all we wanted to say. Check out any
support any kind of persons of color
POCs that you have. Yeah, absolutely.
Whether it's a
I'm a
content
big fan.
creator
If you like Reactors, Married to Film is a fantastic
Yep.
married couple on YouTube that likes to react to Game of Thrones and Lost and a bunch of other TV shows and some YouTube videos. I love them. They're hilarious. And so yeah, check out, support your small businesses, and look out for these people because they'll look out for you. It's
a human thing.
We gotta do it together, man. Like, it's not fucking difficult.
Yeah, and so we'll be back to our regular episodes, but we're here for anyone.
Unless the world doesn't chill the fuck out,
shit,
and then
man,
we'll keep spewing some fucking
'cause
shit. Cause
we're here to
this is bullshit
support and get through this.
Black Lives Matter, and that's the fucking end of it.
That's
and it
that.
shouldn't need to be a discussion. So do what you can,
Good
please,
day,
and thank
sir.
you.